Let's take a ride. I'll show you how. I'll show you how. I'll show you how. I'll show you how. We're gonna make it happen. Let's take a ride and spend the day in the countryside.
Welcome everyone to season 7, episode 7 of Kicks at the Castle. This is a podcast by 3 sneakerheads dedicated to that Disney lifestyle. As Walt would say to all those who listen to this happy podcast, welcome. My name is Matt. As you can see, John is out again today, so I'll be your host. But as always, we got our homegirl Ruby.
What's up, fam?
And today we have photographer, vlogger, and Rejuvenator's very own Nick Wilson. What's going on, man?
What's up, guys? Thanks for having me on.
Welcome. We have a great show planned for you this week. We're going to catch up with some news items. Then we got our Fit of the Week feature. This week in World versus Land, we're going to be talking about the journey. And Ruby's going to hold it down with the plant-based option of the week. And we're going to catch up with recent trips on property and then jump into DMs and get to know Nick a little bit better. But first, let's jump into pickups.
Pick it up, groove. Baby girl, watch how you move. I got them vents on my shoes.
Nick, what you been picking up, man?
Let's see. Recently, I got the Udo SBs. Then
Nice.
I got the Refined Future 2002R Rain Clouds, Union, Beffy Beauty Supply, One Highs, Kith New Balance 2002Rs.
Yeah, I was gonna ask this later, but working with Rejuvenator, do you just get pairs like just thrown at you? Just to take
No.
photos of, or are these like actual like do you get shoes that like you take photos of and then like give back, or are these like, or is it mostly like your collection?
Yeah, so there's some stuff that we use that's like my personal collection. You know what I mean? We'll use for like cleaning videos or like different content, pieces of content with new pickups and stuff. We use everybody in the office. There's 20 something employees. So everybody who's there is pretty much into shoes. That's in some facet or another. So whenever somebody gets a pickup, sometimes, we'll use them for like an unboxing. We'll use it for like a product sampling. Sometimes, I get my own pairs dirty just in the natural stuff. And I'm like, yo, I'm going to clean these up. And they're like, oh, that'd be a good video. Like right now I'm wearing my Udos. They're my Udos, but I'm wearing them, getting them dirty, and then we will create content around cleaning the Udos and how to clean the Udos once they get dirty after like a month or two. But that's my personal pair, so when it gets done, then that'll be it. And then there's a couple other videos like the Union 1 video and all that stuff. Like that was my personal pair. The vintage greens, you can see them, they're back there. That was my personal pair. So some of them are personal pairs, some of them are Vic's pairs, some of them are Fran's, some are Jordans. And then sometimes we buy, pairs off eBay or pairs off wherever, sneaker cons, like we just did with Sneaker Con Phoenix this last weekend, and we bought a pair at Sneaker Con, and then we'll clean them up, and then we're attached to a sneaker store called Many Worlds, and then we put the shoes on consignment in there, and then they sell them. Or sometimes if there's somebody else's pair, or they'll just go back to that person. Or sometimes we'll the employees buy them. We'll buy them for cheap, and then clean them up, and then buy them back from us at a discount from what they would go for in the store. So it's kind of like one of the perks of the job. But a lot of the pairs that you see are, I would say, probably 80% Rejuvenator property, to where the Rejuvenator company is buying them to produce the content out of it, and then they're getting resold to be able to buy the next pair. So we kind of start with a budget, use that budget up, and then sell pairs and buy pairs and sell pairs to get a bigger budget to buy a bigger pair. Like we did we just did those Travis Scott Phantoms. That pair is a little bit more of an expensive pair to buy. Some of the Vic projects, he's buying crazy rare SBs, or he's buying really old, like old Jordans and stuff like that to do restorations on. So got to take that into consideration. So sometimes we get customers pairs, like we get followers or subscribers to the YouTube channel that hit us up, and they're like, yo, I've got this really cool rare pair. Do you think you guys can do a restoration on it or do something with it? So we get shoes kind of from all over the place.
So pretty much every new release you've probably seen.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There's,
or in person.
Yeah, it's funny because we just went to Sneaker Con last weekend, and we had one of our new guys with us. And he's like walking around, he's like, oh, like look at this, look at that, look at this, and you're like, yeah, I've seen those 1,000 times now. It's you can kind of get jaded to it anymore. It's like I really get super geeked out on the older like SBs. or even like the older Jordans and stuff, or like even like that rear obscure, this random like Air Max or something like that you don't normally see all the time. That's where I like, so I'm like, oh, look at this PE right here. You guys check this out. You see this? And they're like, is this the Jordan 6? It's burgundy. And you're like, it's not just a burgundy Jordan 6. Let me break it down, you know? So stuff like that. And then, yeah, with the sneaker store, I mean, and then we also have a cleaning station too. So, and then he being in here, we're right down the street from like the Phoenix Suns Stadium. So we get Phoenix Suns player, we get the Diamondbacks, we get the Cardinals, we get the Coyotes guys. They come in and they're dropping off pairs for cleanings and stuff all the time. So you
Dang, that's so
see it all the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And that's it. That's all you've been picking up?
Yeah, lately I think that's it. Couple 2002 Rs, the Udos, and then those BBS Union Jordan 1s, which there'll be a video on those 2 weeks. Yeah, two or 3 weeks. You'll see it on the channel. You'll see all the content around. That's can't say more about it, but it'll be.
Oh yeah.
It'll be dope.
Hell yeah.
Oh, and then not sneaker related, I did pick up a new Alani 2023 tee while at Alani 2 weeks ago. So
Is it a Spirit jersey?
No, I didn't do a Spirit jersey. I got a bunch of the Spirit jerseys. They're too heavy for Arizona. It's never cold enough for them to wear them.
Yeah, that's why I'm not.
Yeah,
They'll be
huge fan of
perfect
them either.
for Southern California night.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I've got a whole bunch from like all over. Like we've got a bunch of the Christmas ones, a bunch of the Halloween ones, bunches of the regular ones, the Nightmare Before Christmas ones. But no, it's just like they have like this tie-dyed, oversized, just like regular prints. Got I think Mickey and Donald like just chilling in the lazy river of Alani. It's this cool tee.
That sounds cool.
Oh yeah. All right, so I'll go next. So Papa John sent me a box. He was giving away a bunch of stuff. So I'm wearing one of them. It's this Wu-Tang Walt Disney. I don't know who made it, but yeah.
I think it's Failed Imagineer.
Might be.
Because
I don't
that's
know.
what it is from.
Yeah, I
haven't
should have
seen
asked John, but yeah, love this tee. I may need to pick up the yellow toes now. Been eyeing them for like the longest time, so I might have to cop it just to match this tee because I don't think I have anything yellow besides the Union 4s. But also he did throw a bunch of other stuff in there. A lot of the stuff is going to be through like Discord giveaways, but one thing I will show that is also going to be maybe a Discord giveaway, Instagram giveaway, is this tee signed by Papa John himself. So if you guys,
his rocker.
if you guys want a tee signed by the man himself, be on the lookout for this giveaway because man, smells like John. Got his handwriting right there.
Did he wear that the last time he was in Orlando? Probably all sweated through.
But yeah, be on the lookout for that.
That's wild. That's gonna be like our most popular giveaway watch.
All right, Ruby, what you been picking up?
Cool. Well, speaking of uncomfortable Vans, I did pick up the Disney 100 Vans. This is just my favorite style of Van, and it's black, and I love black. So I was like, I feel like I need a new pair of Vans. It doesn't have the thick part here. It's like the super thin ones. So I like that. I didn't realize in the picture that this is kind of like denim-y checkered, which I like. This one is Donald and Daisy. And the other one is Steamboat Mick, an old mini, which like old mini is my favorite. She's classic. She's cool. So I just had to get these. I mean, they were so cheap. I had like a Vans coupon. So, I mean, Vans are just...
Oh, did you go in the store?
No, I bought them online.
Oh, okay.
I just had like a new, I guess I'd never set up an online account with whatever email I was using that day. So it was like 20% off. And I was like, sounds great. I'll take it. So I also got these socks just because they're cool and they're quarter socks. And I love quarter socks. So got those to go with that. I picked up this shirt for Kyle. So I don't know who else was interested in this shirt. It's quite colorful. It's got like this illustration. Looks like it could be a Spirit jersey, but it's actually pretty thin, so it's probably comfortable. So I will get that to him when he comes here. Luigi got me a new Loungefly, so I'm gonna wear this.
Oh, nice.
During my birthday trip. This one, it got on pre-order. I just like love it. I love all skelly things. It has some dice on the back, which I love. Vegas, baby. So yeah, I just think this is a really cool bag. Very excited about that. I have a pair of shoes I want to rock with that. Then I also got this pair that I'm not sure if I'm going to keep it or not, but kind of random. It's the Serena Williams dunks. And the reason I got
Oh.
them is they just kind of like make me think of Moana vibes, because this like rubbery texture here with the blue like kind of reminds me of the ocean. And I don't know, I just thought the textures were interesting, so I wanted to get my hands on them.
I'm
like
honestly
them.
surprised you didn't say the Warriors.
These are not Warriors colors, bro. That's too light of blue.
I mean,
But-
it'll pass.
I'm very matchy with my sports colors, but I don't know if I'll keep them. I do like them. I'm trying to figure out how I would wear them. I love Serena Williams, so I tend to like have a lot of her shoes. I have like old Serena dunks that I like love. So I mean, I'll probably keep them because you know me, I don't like to be inconvenienced, and returning seems more inconvenience than keeping them. I just have to figure out what I'll wear for them. And then last but not least, I did hit on early access of the satin breads.
Nice.
You know, I'm a bread girl. I have to have every bread that exists. My favorite shoe of all time. So I had to keep it fancy and get these satin ones, and they are nice. I feel like I'll probably wear these more. I think I've maybe worn my patent breads like once. I just don't go to enough fancy shit to pull them off. I feel like I thought these were going to be a little bit more fancy, but I feel like I would actually just wear these. I have like this one kind of mesh Nike shirt that's like a little bit dressed up when I go to like a little nicer dinner date with Luigi. So I'll probably throw these on with something like that. But they are really nice, and I'm glad I got them. And that's all I got, man.
Some good
Oh, yeah.
pickups.
Yeah, some people hit on those. I think they had exclusive access today too. I think Mickey
Yeah.
hit for Ken. I don't know. For me, I just can't do the satin.
That's
It's
fair.
not. Yeah.
I feel like
I mean,
would
I have the
satin
patents,
any
but-
other shoe except
Yeah.
the bread.
All right. Well, moving on to Newsies.
Newsies.
I guess real quick, as a lot of you guys saw, the Disney price increases. But honestly, like I know everyone's like freaking out and complaining about how they're increasing. Sorry, Zay, but yeah, like Zay was talking about like if like they're gonna increase like the prices, like at least like put something new or whatever. But I mean, honestly, like they've been doing this for years. Like every single year, like expect a price increase, you know? I don't think it's ever stayed or like ever gone down. I mean, I guess maybe sales or offers or whatever, but I mean, yes, they are kind of ridiculous. How much is the highest pass now for Disneyland?
The Disneyland, I don't know. But I saw that the Incredipass was $14.49 now, and I was
Yeah.
glad I just bought mine like a month ago before it went up, because I would have been really annoyed. But yeah, I think, I don't know, I imagine the Magic Key probably didn't go up much more than that. I don't think that part, like the pass part going up, doesn't bother me as much. It's things like the parking continues to rise. And then, like you said, like just give people like a little something better
Yeah.
out of the pass. Like I still don't understand why your Walt Disney World Pass doesn't have Photo Pass on it, but the Disneyland Magic Key does have Photo Pass with it, or things like that, or like y'all get like member access and early preview to things, but like Disneyland doesn't do that. So just I feel like there should be more parity across them, and like should be more visible kind of like what the perks really are to keep people interested in wanting to like upgrade year over year. Although in Disneyland I don't think they have that problem because too many people buy them. So
And also, like I do kind of feel for you guys also, because I just realized like you guys don't have as many options as we do. Like we have the
The
pirate.
Magic Key?
Yeah. Or do you?
There's 4.
Oh, there is 4.
Yeah.
Oh, but I guess some of them you gotta pay
500,
for like
500,
parking.
850, 1200, and 1650.
So I think that's true of you guys, Matt. Like
Yeah.
I thought it was such ass that I could only buy the Incredipass. I couldn't buy any lower tiered pass. Like if I was gonna if I matched up the Magic Keys to Orlando, I probably would have bought a lower Magic Key knowing that I'm not there every day. So like I wouldn't have cared about as much Blackout because I would have planned
Yeah.
trips according to when Blackout is. But I had no option other than to buy the highest pass. The next
Oh, you
pass
should have
out-
used Luigi's mom's address or my address.
but they no, I tried to look into that, and they're all like whack about when you go pick it up and verifying it. And I was like, I'm just not trying to deal with that headache. But
yeah.
I did look into that. They said the next lowest down pass, if you're a DVC member, you could get that, or
Yeah.
an in-state. Where with the Magic Keys, there's only one that you can't get if you're not a SoCal resident. And that SoCal resident pass sucks. It's so bad. Like it has so much blackout that you're just like, you might as well just buy like single day tickets or like those SoCal deals that they do. So I do think that's really annoying about the Disney World ones, because I mean you have to get the highest pass. I will say though, I never have any problem looking at availability for Walt Disney World and Disneyland Magic Keys, even with the highest pass. There's so many dates that get booked up. Like I'm constantly looking at it the night before, like, please people cancel so I can go tomorrow. So like right now, most of October weekends are all booked. So that part is a little bit annoying. And you guys have the thing where after a certain hour, it doesn't even matter if you have a reservation, you could go in.
Yeah.
So I feel like
isn't it for you guys too? Like after 11 or something? Oh no.
No,
Or you
after
guys can-
11 you can swap parks.
Oh, okay.
You can hop, but you can't go in if you don't have a reservation.
Well, I mean, yeah, some people are saying like there's still gonna be like blockout dates or whatever, or like the park hopping rule. But I mean, in 2024, which is only like 3 months away, like all that's gonna go away. So
For both?
it's so like
thank God.
it's like slowly going back to normal.
Can they just get rid of it already then? Shit, what are they waiting
Yeah.
for?
I
Like if
don't
y'all
know,
know
I
you're
guess.
gonna do it, just get on with it. Why y'all torching us? Give us an early holiday gift.
I think there's gonna be like more to it. That's why they're like kind of waiting. Like
Yeah.
I don't know what they're gonna do with like Genie Plus and all that.
That price went up too, yeah? That's what it said.
Yeah. Nick, how many passes you're gonna have to get?
We got 3. Yeah, me, my wife, and my kid.
Is it the same price for child, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Damn.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, which the AZ pass, I think it's like $850 now. I don't know what it's going to be when we move out there. We might still do because that's what everybody says is the SoCal pass is so bad because you always have so many blackout dates. It's better to not have the SoCal pass and just pay the extra money. And since our address is still going to be here and we've already had it for 3 years here in AZ, it'd be better just to renew the AZ pass because you get so much less blackout and you can go more often because the SoCal pass has more blackout days.
Yeah, what's the AZ pass? Like, is it?
It's basically like the second or third tier, but you don't have to be. I guess this is probably from the original AP area. We just always have upgraded from that. So
Well, the good news about being in SoCal or in California in general is that if you do whatever pass, you'll be able to be eligible for the payment plan, which has no interest. Just separates the payments so that you don't have to pay it all up front. So that's nice because you can't do that if you're out of state. So like Adrian and his family, they always have to like chuck up the money right up front. That's what I had to do with the Walt Disney World one. But like my pass here, I just always have it on a payment plan. So it's just like built into my budget. I just know.
it's like, oh, there's another $70 this month.
There's my Disney payments. So yeah. But I'm glad to hear they'll get rid of like reservations and stuff because that shit.
Yeah, 2024. I mean, they're supposed to like get rid of all that.
Cool.
But all right. So next up, we got looks like some shops are requiring customers to drive a golf ball 200 yards or 150 yards for women to purchase the Travis Scott Air Jordan 1 Low Golf. Yeah, I feel like a lot of skate shops are gatekeeping sneakers. I guess now golf shops, looks like Trendy Golf is now doing this. How do you guys feel about this? About shops like gatekeeping?
It really doesn't bother me any. I mean, when I picked up my SB4s at the skate shop here, you could look at the line and know that probably 90% of those people in line are not going to go skate, let alone skate the SB4s. I don't know. It's whatever to me. It doesn't bother me any. You know what I mean? If I can get the shoe, I'm going to get the shoe if I want to buy it. And the best I can for retail. But other than that, like I can't go drive a golf ball. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I'm terrible.
So it's like,
but I just think it's funny. It's like,
I would wear the shoe. I wouldn't resell it, but I can't
Yeah.
go drive a golf ball. No 200. I've never played golf other than putt. So I'd be like, oh, all right, well, I guess I'm out.
it makes you think like with like Jordans, like they're gonna make you like dunk or like shoot a three. Like I couldn't do that either, but
I feel like it's a little bit different because like a golf shoe has like the way it's structured, not
It's
really
got a different
intended
sole. It's
to
got a
just
different
be, like,
insole. The outsole's
warm.
different. The stability
Yeah.
is different. It's designed specifically for golfing, not walking
For-
around. especially his, because his has the built-in traction like cleats into the bottom of the sole. It's not like those the Bread 4 Golfs or one of those other ones that have the removable ones, but even then those soles are different too. So it's like, do you really want to walk around in that uncomfortable like walk around shoe, you know?
That's kind of how I feel. I kind of dig it for small shops because it's not like these aren't going to drop on sneakers. It's not like they didn't drop on his site. So like if you want to like cop to sell, or you just want to cop to wear but you don't really give a shit about golf, like cool. But like small shops like that get this stuff, like a small skate shop getting it, like they cater to the audience of people who skate. A small golf shop caters to people who golf, and I think that's the customer base that they want to like support, and that's who they want supporting them. So like I kind of like it from that perspective. I do like playing golf. I think if you're like an amateur golf player, 200 or 150 for a woman is not going to be hard to do. If you've never picked up a driver in your life, like, yeah, it's probably going to be hard. You probably won't even hit the ball if you've never done it. If you do hit the ball, you might not get that far. But I think like truly an amateur golfer can definitely achieve that. So I don't even feel like it's like they're making it so unreachable. Like I've seen some people compare it to like, that's like asking me to make a half court shot. I'm like, no, it's not. Like it's asking you to make maybe a 3-pointer. If you've played enough golf, you could hit it that far with a driver. So I think it's cool. I think they should do it. I did think one comment, I took a screenshot of it because it cracked me up on that sentiment of like, what are they going to make you do? And it said, in the future, you have to dunk for Kobe's, run a half marathon for some Ultra Boost, and rob someone for black Air Force Ones. And that's
not the black Air Force energy.
I was like, that's some real shit right there. I messed with that.
But I did see people wearing the Travis Scott Golfs at SneakerCon just this last weekend on feet walking around. And I was just like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like on carpet, it would be fine, but like.
That's not carpet. That is hard.
Oh, it's not?
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Concrete convention.
No, that's like those concrete floors where all the sneaker cons are.
Damn. I've never been to a sneaker con. Well, no.
Gotta go.
Yeah. All right. Moving on to fit of the week.
Call this fit held back because this fit's stupid, like dumb.
Every week we pick a post that we're tagged in or where the hashtag Kicks of the Castle is used. And this week it is Just Another Adventure. She's chilling at Goofy's Kitchen with a Goofy box lunch Goofy tee, Stony Clover fanny pack, and some dunks. I'm not sure what they are. I did a Google search and I think they're the Team Golds, but yeah. Anyway, thanks for the tag. Be sure to use the hashtag Kicks of the Castle and tag us for a feature in your Disney Fit Pics in the parks or not. Have you guys ever been to Goofy's Kitchen?
Dude, the best vegan chili ever at Goofy's Kitchen.
Oh, you're vegan.
Yep.
Interesting. So
you'll base option then.
Yeah, good thing John isn't here because
dealing with that guy is a nightmare.
You will not like his comments about vegan food or just vegan in general.
Yeah, he's a real pain in my neck.
I should say plant-based dietary restrictions these days. I don't really use the V word too often, but because I'm not, can't be a vegan if you're. I'm not going to get into that. I did a whole other podcast on that. I'm not going to get into it.
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
All right, so moving on to Land versus World.
Let's get ready to rumble!
We're going to be switching up it a little bit. Rather than comparing, we're just going to be talking about stuff, giving our opinions about different topics that involve Disney World and Disneyland. And this week, we're going to be talking about the journey. The journey, traveling to the parks, whether it's Disney World or Disneyland, plane or driving, far or local. Let's talk about it. Nick, I know you're in Arizona. Tell us. Or you recently went to Alani, right?
Yeah, we just got back from Alani. We were there for 8 days.
Oh,
Nice.
damn. Nice.
Yeah.
So yeah, tell us, like, what do you normally fly, drive?
So going to Alani, we fly, obviously, because it could be a very long boat ride to get over there. But fly to Alani, we go every year, last 3 years. Disneyland, sometimes we drive. Anymore with our cars and gas, it's almost cheaper to fly than it is to drive. 5 hours and 7 minutes if you want to get super accurate from our front of our door to parking at either at the hotel or at Mickey and Friends from the house. And it's usually couple $100 in gas there and back, but then it's only a 45-minute flight, and there's flights that go back and forth all day long, and it's a 20-minute Uber ride from the airport to the park. So there, depending on how long we're going to be going for, if we want to maximize our time, we fly. If we're kind of just chilling, then it's a drive. And then Magic Kingdom, I've never driven to Magic Kingdom. We've flown every time. My wife and her mom and sisters and cousins, they did the drive last year. I think it was last year or the year before. They did the drive all the way. Yeah, because
From Arizona?
From Arizona, yeah. Because
Like 3 days, right?
her sister, my sister-in-law just moved out there. So they did a whole like travel across the country and like stop at all the places, and then hit like New Orleans, said what's up to Sean, and like stopped in Dallas and stopped in wherever, you know what I mean? And they just like did a whole family girls trip from Arizona to Florida and then flew back.
Yeah, it's cool. Ruby, how's the journey for you? All
Okay.
right, so wait, before you get started, like I just feel like everyone with a Tesla, they just like, especially like Adrian or whatever, just like get it as soon as they get on the interstate, they just put their
Yeah.
car in autopilot and then just
No, I don't have that much trust in my car or other people for that matter. I'm a little bit of a control freak, so I definitely keep my hands on the wheel with the Tesla. I will say the drive itself is nice. I love my car. I love being in my car. The drive just in particular to Disneyland in SoCal is nice. I mean, for like a good half of it, you're driving alongside the ocean. I mean, come on. Like that's just nice. Like the sun is out shining, like good vibes on your way. At night, okay, you can't see the ocean, but whatever, you just had an awesome day. So I think like from a getting to and from the park, like that journey is always nice. I love that, like being up in the morning, seeing the like sparkling off the ocean. It's just beautiful. So that's like I think awesome about Southern California driving to Disneyland. Also, like once you get off the freeway, you're like pretty much at the park. In Disney World, that freeway is ass. I don't know y'all are doing a lot of
there's
construction.
always
going on.
gonna be construction.
And
It
then
never
like,
stops.
it's like not even aesthetically pleasing. Like it's just like hella flat. Like at least in California, there's like mountains and like ocean and like you're sitting in traffic, but you're like looking at the beautiful sky. There it's like flat. There's no mountains. I don't know what's going on. Everyone looks pissed off. It's hot as hell. Then you get off the freeway. Then you're just like in a land forever, driving on like freeways. Like eventually 10 miles down the freeway is going to be Epcot, maybe. So like that journey to me is not exciting. I'm just like, am I there yet? I feel like a kid. Like I got off the freeway. It said Disney World this way. And somehow I'm on some other road driving forever. So that journey is not nice to me. Flying also to Orlando is like guaranteed. I'm gonna sound like such a like anti-kid person. I'm not, but like you're guaranteed to have like basically a plane full of kids, which is like not their fault. Kids are gonna be I'm uncomfortable. I basically want to scream and cry on a 5-hour flight. So naturally that's what you're gonna hear for at least half of it because there's so many kids always going to Orlando. So I think that's a challenge, whereas like if you're flying to Disneyland or California from anywhere else in the country, your flight's probably not that like packed with kids. I mean, there's going to be kids on every flight, but like Orlando flights, I feel like they're like school buses. Like that shit is probably like 1 kid per adult. So that I think also makes the journey not exciting because it's long for me. It's like 5 hours and it's just, it's intense. So yeah, overall, like the journey for Disney World is not great, but then once you're there, like it's big, there's a lot to do. The journey in between parks is not nice.
Dude, for real, right?
Possible.
Figure that out. Why I gotta walk 10 miles to get from A to B all the time?
Yeah.
Sit on a freaking gondola flapping in the wind.
So I just think overall, like I'm perfectly pleased with my journey that I experience regularly. I can handle my Disney World journey, but it's not my fave. Matt?
Yeah, I'd have to agree with Disney World. I mean, I'm a local here, but yeah, driving sucks. If you go at the wrong time, it sucks. I-4 is terrible between the hours of like 3 to like 7 p.m. Yeah, traffic is just terrible. There's always construction going on. But then once you get through, you know, the Walt Disney World gates, once you get off that exit, like it's like, yes, like going to Disneyland, I don't know, something about, maybe I'm just biased, but like I feel like MCO is the best and easiest airport there ever is. Like, well, now we have 3 terminals, but we used to only have 2. It's either A or B. You get there and you check in, and then that's it. Like, I don't know. The carpet is also like, just seeing the carpet. I don't know what it is about the carpet, but
Joy.
yeah, it's like, I don't know if it's like a nostalgia thing or it's just like excitement or what, but just going there, just knowing you're about to just fly out to wherever you're going, Disneyland. One thing I'll say is flying into LAX or flying out of LAX fucking sucks. I hate that airport with a
It
fucking
is
passion.
trash.
Agreed.
It is the most it is like so busy, like everything is like so like compact. People are mean in there, just everything is so crazy. Like,
You gotta
I
fly
mean,
into
now-
Santa Ana.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's what I was gonna say. Santa
yeah.
Ana's like hella easy. That's just
or like Ontario.
agree.
What? Yeah, I think it is. It's Santa Ana, Ontario. What's the other one? There's like 3, right?
I guess some people fly to Long Beach, but that's like small.
Yeah, they're like little planes.
Yeah.
But I mean,
All my
yeah.
all my PJ friends. No, just kidding.
Let me just call up the homie right now. Pick me up.
San Diego
But yeah.
Airport's not so bad, although they've been doing construction for a while. But it's a pretty easy airport because it's small.
Yeah,
That's where
San
we had to
Diego-
fly in and out of to go to Alani. That's where our layover was.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's pretty
I'd rather
small.
go to San Diego or LAX any day.
Oh,
But I
yeah.
mean, obviously, it's a little bit farther. But
But Santa Ana, you can just Uber for like $20.
yeah, but yeah, I just thought it'd be interesting to talk about, just to see your guys' perspective, and I guess me being on Disney World and seeing what it is being local. And actually, yeah, we got one local Disneyland, one local Disney World, and one that
Goes to
doesn't.
both.
Yeah, it goes to both. All right, so moving on to trips and drips. Nick, I know you've been to Alani. Was it like 2 weeks ago? Last
Yeah, we
month?
just got back 2 weeks ago.
Okay, cool. So
My
did you
camera
stay
freeze.
there the whole time, or?
Nah, no, we stayed at we kind of traveled around the island, but we stayed at Alani and then we also stayed at the Marriott. Is my camera frozen for you guys or just me?
Oh, it's
It's
frozen.
frozen for us too.
Yeah, so we went to we stayed at Alani. We stayed at the Marriott right next door to to Alani as well. That's another vacation clubs. Those are all like vacation club properties right there along that little strip. So we stayed at the Marriott for a few days, stayed at Alani for a few days, traveled around the island. My kid loves Alani. Like once we're there, we don't ever go anywhere else. We stay there. I think we were there for 4 days, 3 nights. So, and then we were at Marriott for 4 days, 3 nights. They're right next door. And then we always walk down from Marriott to Alani anyways. But yeah, my kid loves Alani, loves the pool, loves the lazy river, loves all the character interactions. I love all their plant-based food that they have because it's
They got
the
a
the
they
literal
got a plant-based masubi, right?
I don't know. I never had it. I did
Hmm.
their same as Disney World and pretty much every Disney property with their breakfast, with the exception of they have the most delicious plant-based breakfast sausage, which I've never had before, and they also have 2 different tofu scrambles, which I did at Disneyland at the character breakfast. They had a tofu scramble one time, but it was just like a very basic tofu. You know what I mean? Just kind of like cooked
Yeah.
up. The one at Alani, it's got like, I don't know, a whole bunch of spices and seasonings and a bunch of vegetables and stuff in it. It's super duper good. And then obviously the plant-based Mickey waffles. But they also have like the most delicious dinner. It's so good. I had it 2-3 years ago and I like it so much. I came home and I make it here at home because of how good it is. It's this red lentil pasta with Impossible sausage, or no, Beyond
Did
sausages.
they give you the
Beyond.
recipe?
So like, no, but when you tell them you have dietary restrictions, you can ask for them to bring out the book so you can kind of scan. So like, I know what's in it.
Yeah.
So like, that doesn't tell you exactly how much of stuff. It just tells you the ingredients. And I make it a little bit different at home, but like, it's the most delicious thing you'll ever eat. So
Usually with like restaurants, like they'll give you the recipe.
it's
Like,
weird
if you
because
ask
like,
them.
even if you get online to try to like look it up and you type like Alani red lentil pasta, like ingredients, recipe list, or like how to, you won't find anything about it. I've only ever found like 2 people even post about it, but it's on the dinner menu at Alani. So
what's it like, resort life, just not at the parks compared to the parks for you?
like staying at like the Alani Resort versus going to Disneyland or Disney World.
Yeah.
They're 2 different experiences. You know what I mean? Your mind is in 2 different realms, I feel like. Because like at Alani, they got characters walking around, which is super cool. They've got cast members everywhere. You know what I mean? So you still get that feeling like you're obviously at a Disney environment because of how friendly and nice, and you know what I mean? You have people who care about everything. But like you're just, it seems more like just chill and laid back. So when we go to the parks, you know what I mean? My wife is like, all right, we're doing this. We got to be here, here. I'm Genie Plus in this. We're reserving this. We got to leave here. We got to get over to here. I'm scheduling this. You know what I mean? So it's like, you know, you're walking 30 miles a day with my wife at the parks. And then, you know, when you're at Alani, you're just laid up, kicking back. Same thing with like last time we went to Disney World, even though, you know, we did 10 days. And we spent, I think, 7 days at parks and then 3 days around. So like we just hung out like at the resort one day, and that was even kind of cool and chill. You know what I mean? Hanging out at the pool and going down all the slides and all that stuff. So it's different. They're both great. I mean, anything Disney is pretty much always going to be a phenomenal experience. You know, hardly ever do you have a bad experience, anything Disney parks and or resort related. So I will say I was the Alani like DVC style room, not the resort regular room. I was a little underwhelmed about, but that's about it.
Have you been to Polynesian or stayed at Polynesian?
No. We haven't been to Polynesian.
Yeah, I mean, it's basically, our Alani is basically like Poly, but on steroids. But I feel like it's more open. Like in Hawaii, like they like leaving like their doors open, like windows open.
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing that I noticed when I went. I didn't stay there, but my brother was living there for like 3 months, and then it was on the same island. So we just went over there just to like check it out. It was pretty cool.
Nice. Yeah, it's super cool.
Yeah. But Nick, when's your next trip? Is when you're moving to San Diego?
Yeah, probably. The wife just got back. She just went last week. She was at Disneyland when she was out there looking at places and whatever else. And then my sister-in-law, she just did her bachelorette party. Well, my soon-to-be sister-in-law, I call her sister-in-law, but she just did her bachelorette party there last week at Disneyland. So they just got back. They were there Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. She got back Wednesday last week, so a week ago today. So she just got back. Maybe we might try to find an Oogie Boogie to go, because we didn't get to go last year. We did the other years, but we didn't get to go last year. So we're gonna try to find some Oogie Boogie passes this year to go, and then after that, then yeah, pretty much come January once we move out there, I'll go all the time. It just be like pick the kid up from school and be like, hey, you want to go Disney? Let's go Disneyland.
Hell yeah, excited for you.
That's rad. I'm stoked for you too.
It's gonna be great. Yeah, I always like follow like all those people on Instagram and TikTok, and they're like, got off work to head to the parks with me to go grab a late night snack, and I'm like, oh yeah, it must be freaking nice to go get some popcorn at 9:30 at night. Have fun, jerk.
Now you'll get to be that jerk.
Yeah, exactly.
Ruby, you been to the parks lately?
I did. I went on Saturday. So Saturday we did Toontown Market. It was great turnout. It was so much more busy than the last one that we did. It was cool. Bumped into a bunch of Kicks at the Castle fans. So John and Amy stopped by. Johnny Gotham from the Bay stopped by. Reggie 2Gs, Phil, Ashley, and Baby Ruby, and Zay. So that was cool to just get to meet up with the different folks there. We had some of our new like spooky Kicks at the Castle Painted Park Visions collab. So that was fun. And then after Toontown Market, Zay, Luigi, and I went to Disneyland. We picked up Kyle's shirt, so we bumped into John and Amy again at World of Disney, and we also bumped into Damo and Siobhan, Disnerd Vaughn. I don't know if you follow her, but I know she follows our communities.
Did you meet up with Irv?
No, that
Oh
fool.
my gosh.
Irv is a ghost. He don't exist. He was like, I don't know. You know that one video of that kid where he's like, I just want to do hood rat shit with my friends.
Yeah.
So did you know that you could perhaps kill somebody?
Yes, but I wanted to do hood rat stuff with my friend.
That was Irv. He was like, hey man, I don't know, ended up in Inglewood, got into some hood shit. We ain't at the... I was like, what does this mean? And then he elaborated. He's like, we were at would, and eat chicken waffles at Roscoe's.
They're probably just living their best life without the kids.
Yeah, good for them. Well, I missed her, but still got to talk to him on the phone for a minute, so that was fun. But yeah, then we went into Disneyland. Got chicken tenders, watched the villain dance party, and then went on Big Thunder. We were walking to Big Thunder from Tomorrowland when the fireworks started going off. So we're on the backside of the castle, and they have the Zero flying around right now during this fireworks. And that fool was huge. He looked so big from behind the castle. I was like, damn, that's a big ass Zero. He looks tight. But that was cool. And yeah, it was all in all a good day. I wore my Painted Park Provisions Haunted Mansion because that was the theme of the Toontown Market, and then my Air Max 97 slimes. Those are always great Halloween shoe. They glow in the dark. They got a little sliminess to them. So yeah, it was all in all a really long day, but a really good day.
One of these days, I'm gonna try and make it out to the Toontown Market because they look like hella fun.
It's fun, bro.
Do you know what the next one is?
They do one a month, but she has two.
Oh, there's one a month.
And then yeah, she just does one a month basically. She is rocking it. The girl. It's like so many great vendors. It's just awesome. I love doing it.
Oh yeah. But yeah, I did not go this week. Yeah, I just been so busy with school is definitely getting harder. But I am going this weekend. I'm meeting up with some Canadian homies, L Doggy Styles, Lawrence, and Alvin from Canada God Soul. They're going to be visiting with their families. We're going to be hitting up Animal Kingdom. I think we're going to Boma for breakfast also, which I haven't had in long ass time. Super excited about that. And yeah, I've never met Alvin before, so maybe I can convince them to start up Canada Got Soul again, because they haven't had an episode in like, I don't even know.
Yeah.
Actually, no, I do remember because it was during Air Max Day or Air Max month, and John was on that episode. So that's how I know. So it was back in March.
Yeah. That is long.
Damn, 7 months. They have not had an episode. But all right. Moving on to Herb's plant-based option of the week.
Okay, everyone. John is about to enjoy the plant-based option of the week.
I had to see it.
See? Yeah, right.
Every week, Ruby picks a food item for those looking for some alternative menu items. Ruby. Nick, do you want to do this?
Well, I don't know what's going on right now because I only know what's going on at Alani, but I have to look at the menu to see what's going on at the parks, what's new.
Well, I've got a recommendation.
Let's go. I wanted to hear it because we're going to be there.
So I mentioned a few weeks ago I was at San Francisco and I had the plant-based noodles there. I said they were kind of bland, like it's not super flavorful. The veggies were fine. But at Alien Pizza Planet, which seems like a weird place to have this because it's all Italian and pizza food, they have a new plant-based option, which is like sesame ginger vegetable noodles, and I have heard that those ones are actually pretty flavorful, so I would give those a try because I do like just like an Asian noodle dish is always good to me. It's like good carbs, usually pretty flavorful, and since the other one was kind of bland but people said this one was really good, I would give it a try. It's more like a thin noodle compared to the San Francisco one was like a little bit thicker, like an udon. But this has like a sesame ginger sauce and then some cilantro and scallions and then a bunch of grilled veggies. So sounds pretty good.
We love that Alien Planet Pizza plant-based pasta.
Well, see, now you got to hit it up. You can get some double kinds of pasta, although I sometimes call pasta noodles because of like Asian influence, and my Italian fiance is like, it's called pasta, not noodles. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure they're the same thing. No, I don't want to offend anyone.
No, I will say we don't call pasta or noodle dishes pasta. I'll tell you that much.
But is spaghetti not a noodle? I don't know.
Technically, it is a noodle.
Okay, so all I'm saying.
All right, so moving on to the Kicks of the Castle games. Lately, we've been having returning guests, so we haven't had a new guest in a while. So Nick, here on the show, if you're new to the cast or podcast, play a few games here. And the first one is Disney or Datney by Ruby.
Disney.
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 These nuts. Got him!
You ready?
Yep.
All right. Disneyland or Disney World?
Disneyland.
Boom. Halloween at the park or Christmas?
Halloween.
Nice.
Ooh, damn.
I love
it.
This
I like
is
the
going
Oogie Boogie.
very
The
well
Oogie
for
Boogie Bash is just like such a better. I don't know. It's Halloween. I like Halloween better personally. I don't like Christmas that much. Period. Anyway, so
Boom, my dude.
Yeah. Sorry, Ken.
All right. Dole Whip or a churro?
Dole Whip. I can't eat churros.
Okay, we got a couple camera questions or photography ones because we know that's your jam.
Okay.
Prime lens or zoom lens?
Zoom.
All right. Natural lighting or studio lighting?
I hate the sun. Give me studio lighting. I have 5 lights lighting me right now. I do not like the sun. I'll light even if the sun is out. I'm still bringing lights out.
Nice. All right. Studio photography or outside photography?
Well, since I am a studio photographer, studio.
And then a couple sneaker questions for you. Jordan 3 or Jordan 4?
4s over 3s.
Cool. And then custom sneakers or OGs?
If I have to pick that, I'm going to go an OG. But I mean, Vic Almighty and a bunch of the other customizers are the homies. So I don't shy or nor do I hate on people that make custom sneakers. But if I had to pick, I'd go OGs.
Cool. All right. That's all I got for Disney Datney.
Nice. Good question.
Now you're in for trouble because you got Matt with his trivia.
All right, it's just 3 questions.
Okay.
But yeah, so the Disney Hype trivia. So the first one is it's a I guess photo and Disneyland question, but how many rides have photo pass at Disneyland? So not DCA, but just Disneyland.
Just Disneyland.
Bonus if you know the DCA ones.
Let me see. Walking in the park. Okay. Moving around.
This is just rides.
Yeah.
By the way, so yeah.
Yeah, I'm just thinking of walking
Okay.
around the park in my head, trying to think when you're walking out in Disneyland only, not including DCA. I mean, right off the rip, I can only think of 1. No, 2, 3, 2.
What are the 2?
2 is gonna be Splash Mountain, but not Splash Mountain. Tiana's new ride. I don't know the name of that one, and Space Mountain.
And Buzz? Does Buzz count?
Buzz does not count because
And I was like, I mean, it has a
PhotoPass.
picture, but I mean, it's like
Like not photo pass.
It's not PhotoPass.
it's not
yeah.
PhotoPass. Yeah.
So yes, you are right.
That's
Technically, right now it is only 1 because Space
Right.
Mountain, but yes, Splash Mountain or I guess Tiana's was the other one. So
That's
there's only
good.
4. There's only 4 in the total parks,
Yeah.
which totally makes sense now that PhotoPass is included with Genie Plus because there's so many PhotoPass rides.
Yeah, I guess I could have pulled my literally I could have pulled my phone, pull up my Disneyland app, and be like, oh, this is another one. But yeah, I just in my head I'm just walking around the park thinking, okay, when you get off this ride, this is here. You get off this ride, this is here. Yeah.
But okay, so I get photo pass being included because there's not a lot of rides, but there's a lot of photo ops that you
Dude,
still.
there's so many.
There is.
There's so many photo
100
ops.
photographers
that's
walking
what I
around
care
like
about. I don't give a
DCA and
shit about
Disneyland.
ride pics. I want the photo op pics to come through to my app. I don't care about my dumbass face on Space Mountain as life is keeping my body.
All right.
That's funny.
Question number 2. Alani means A, messenger of the great land, B, messenger of chief, C, messenger of the earth, or D, messenger of the water.
I'm gonna go D.
It's actually B,
Oh,
messenger of chief.
oh, dang.
That was I felt like that was a setup.
Yeah, I was like, I honestly don't know. Been there a bunch of times and no one's ever told me. I've never even asked.
Well, now you know. Next time
Yep.
you could talk to the front desk people and see if they know.
Yeah, exactly. Be like, all right,
As
listen up,
workers
you guys.
love when you question them about things at their job. It's their favorite thing.
Yeah, I could already see the cast member now. Okay, guy. Did you?
All right, and last question, Jordan 4 question. So the back tab on the Jordan 4 is inspired by what feature of Michael Jordan?
Well, which Jordan 4?
No,
Because you've got
all Jordan 4s, the back tab.
the back tab, like the shape of the back tab with
the
like the
flippy
6
part.
little ribs and the little bumps.
With
Yeah,
Not talking
the
about the
flippy part.
Jumpman versus Nike Air.
Right.
I have no idea.
His tongue.
Oh,
Like the way he sticks out his tongue.
gotcha. Never knew that.
Interesting.
Yep.
That's weird.
Learned
I
something
also
new.
like that information.
I just found
All
that
right.
out today.
Let me ask you a question about Jordan 4. How many different Jordan 4 back tabs are there per release?
Oy vey.
Dad. 4? I don't know.
Yeah,
Damn,
did you
we
know-
never had a guest turn the Disney hype trivia on the Disney hype beast himself.
No, we actually had it one time. It was in season 1.
Oh damn, I wasn't here.
Yeah.
That's
It was
fun.
it was actually it was a reverse. I think he did Disney, or it was Adrian OG. I think it was just trivia. It was yeah, with me, John, and Irv.
I actually don't know the answer either, but I do know I think it's 5 different sizes per back tab per release, because the back tab changes the shape and overall heights depending on the size of the
size.
shoe. Yep.
Oh.
So if you ever like
Mm.
deconstruct one, on the back of it, it'll say like 7 to 9, 9.5
Oh,
to
right, yeah.
10, 12 to 14. So that's 3, and I think it might be like 3 to 5.5. So yeah, maybe there's like 5. There might be 5 per run of the back tab. Same with the 3s. The 3s are the same way. Depending on what you get, it'll have a different. It'll tell you what the size is on the inside of the back tab. Crazy, stupid, dumb sneaker knowledge that apparently I didn't know that it was modeled off Jordan's tongue, but I can tell you that they have different sizes depending on their size of the shoe.
All right, well, yeah, that's it. Thank you for playing the Disney hype trivia.
And 1 out of 3. Dang.
So tell us, how'd you get into, I guess, photography? Or I guess to make it quick, like, how'd you get into sneaker photography?
Sneaker photography was during the pandemic. So before being what I do now is what you see on my feed and stuff. I shot sports, mainly cycling and triathlon, and then automotive stuff. And I was into sneakers and I had shoes and a bunch of other stuff. And then during the pandemic, when all that stuff shut down, I was like, I need something to shoot and I need something to do while I'm here at home. And I was like, I have shoes. I've never shot these. I've never photographed them. Maybe I should. So I hit on, what was the first pair? I think the first pair that I started shooting actually was the Fire Red 4s in 2020. I got exclusive access, got that pair in. I just shot a bunch of pics when I got them in, and then StockX actually used those. And then from there, it was just like, okay, I've got sneakers, I've got shoes sitting around, whatever. I'm just going to start shooting photos like the way I shoot product photos for other brands. I was shooting freelance stuff for a bunch of different companies. And I noticed that like nobody ever really, there was, I guess I should say, I never really followed at the time any of those like more higher end, quote unquote, like product photographers that shot sneakers in that way. So I just started doing that at the house, hanging out in my garage because I had nothing else to do because everything was shut down. And then from there, it launched the last like 3 years of my life into being this commercial product photographer guy that is known now for his product photography, when I never planned on ever being a product photographer or being known for product photography. I shot sports and cars for most of my life before that. So it's been a whirlwind of 3 years, I would say, since the pandemic and starting to photograph shoes. Picking up a camera was in my little punk rock days, and being a skateboarder, we used to photograph and videotape each other skating. And then I used to take like my film camera, played drums in a punk rock band. So I was capturing the life of being a punk rock kid in the late 80s, early 90s.
So how'd you get into Disney?
My wife. Yeah, my wife is really into it. She loves Disney. She's without her, I don't know if there would ever be a Disney connection with me necessarily. She is a Disney fanatic. You know what I mean? She lives, eats, sleeps, breathes Disney. You know, she's always like telling me everything. You know, like we got to meet Bob Chapek is his name, right? Bob Chapek. Yeah, like we met him, and then we also met somebody else one time. Oh man, what is his name? We met him at Magic Kingdom. And my wife was like freaking out about it. You know what I mean? She was like, oh my God, do you know who that is? And I was like, I don't actually know. Sorry.
Wait, was the dude bald or did he have hair?
He had hair. He was like a younger guy.
Oh, it's probably is either Bob Iger, which is the CEO now, or
he was like the CEO at one time, I thought.
That's gonna be Bob Iger then. But who's the other guy? Dang it, I'm blanking on his name.
No, I'm blanking out
Not as
too.
hot.
It's Josh something.
Josh Tomorrow.
Josh
Yeah,
Tomorrow.
Josh Tomorrow.
Yeah,
That's
that
who it
guy.
was. And she was
Yeah.
like, he like walked.
Of
like,
course
literally
she was
we're
into
standing-
it.
We're standing on the bridge and like we're just like eating like corn or whatever, and like he's just by himself, just like walking, and she's like,
Yeah.
"Hi, Josh," and he's like, "Hey, how you doing?" And there's like John walking, like no big deal. And Amanda, my wife, is like, "Do you know who that was?" And we're all like, "No, we don't know who that guy, random guy walking by was." She's like, "That's Josh Tomorrow." So like she's
Yeah.
really into it, which is super cool. And then obviously, like I was saying earlier, you know, now my daughter, she's been going for 4 years. A lot, you know, she's been to the park so many times. So like now Disney is just part of our life, especially specifically with our daughter and her. So just something that they can share together and that we can share together as a family. And my daughter is like Disney everything. I mean, you can't see, but there's literally Disney things, dolls and toys just everywhere. Because we share this. This is the playroom / office / sneaker room. So everything in front of me basically. As you can see, she's got stickers on the wall and stuff over there. I was just stepping on this on the ground, just like hanging out on the floor, a little Olaf guy. It's underneath my foot. Little Olaf guy. So yeah, she absolutely loves Disney. She's going through her Lilo and Stitch phase right now. So everything, her whole bedroom, all her everything is switching over to Stitch. It's crazy because like I don't remember in the last 5 years like having seen that much Stitch stuff. In the last
there's
2
a lot of
years,
Stitch stuff.
dude, last 2 years, like everything is Stitch, like and like all the kids at school and stuff. When I pick her up, everybody's got Stitch backpacks and Stitch shoes and Stitch shirts, and there's all this Stitch apparel now. So it's like, I don't know, maybe just I was just like blind to it because she was so focused on like Elsa for so many years, and then now she's focused on Stitch that I see more Stitch things. But like Stitch is like on the come up, dog. He's like about to be dog number 1.
I'm always like, why is there so much damn Stitch stuff? Where's all my Eeyore shit?
That's funny 'cause I always see your stuff like all the time. Nowadays,
Yeah,
it's
that's
like
weird. Yeah,
everything.
like I mean, when the movie came out, and maybe like a few years after that, it was like huge. But yeah, honestly, I've never
so much
noticed it.
Stitch stuff.
To be honest,
Even when I do like that Toontown Market, so much stuff is Stitch.
really interesting. So where the love for sneakers? How did that start?
My sister was into it. She still is to this day. She's got 2 boys. She when I was younger, I was into skating and I didn't really care about like Jordans or Air Maxes and all that other kind of stuff. And when I was growing up, when I was younger, but she was always the one that was like camping out, getting all the new drops, all the latest stuff. Always had to have the dopest shit that was coming out that week. You know what I mean? Always was super hyped about it, telling me about it, showing me. You know, like I still remember when she got like the Bread 11s, like that memory to me. I was just like, she was so excited and talked about it and camped out for him. And I'm just like, neat. Okay. Like I just wasn't into it. You know what I mean? But then like, as I got older and things of that nature, and then I started getting into sneakers more on that side of things, outside of just like, hey, I need a skate shoe that lasts and is form and function, or just like even after I quit skating, I still like wore skate shoes because that was like my fashion sense, you know, growing up into my like early 20s. Same. And then from there, then I started getting out of that and then into date myself again. You know, we played the Roshi game forever. I got locked in on that trend for a long time. And then so yeah, I mean, sneakers have always been kind of like part of my life, but not necessarily from the traditional what people think of like a sneaker. That's why I don't call myself a sneakerhead. I like shoes. I went through a weird I sold off all my collection a long time ago, and then I started going through like a weird luxury trend. You know, I started buying like the Louis and the Gucci's and the Balenciagas, and I was like, this ain't it. And I ended up selling all that stuff off, and I'm like, I'm just gonna go back to this kind of stuff. So I'd say probably the last 5 years or so is back kind of where I've been in what we call the traditional sneaker space these days. So
yeah, I'm like the same way. Like, so who has the better sneaker collection now?
Between me and my sister?
Yeah.
I don't know what's in her room anymore because she has 2 boys, 25 and 16, and I know they've probably gone through most of her stuff. And anymore, when she does buy stuff, she's always buying it for them, not her. So she's got like her core, probably her same core thing. But every time I see her, she's, you know, most sneakers, she's wearing slides.
Oh, true.
She's more the collector, not the wearer.
True. So what is the dirtiest sneaker you've ever seen just working with Reshoevn8r? Is all that stuff like, do you like make them dirty?
Some of them we do. Like there are videos out there where we show you dirtying them. Like, I don't know if you guys know Winona Kicks, Charlie. Yeah. So like he did a wear test on his SB4s and then he sent them in and I was like, they're dirty, but like this isn't like internet dirty video worthy, right? And so like I showed, there's a behind the scenes where like, and we're pouring dirt on them and soda and Monster Energy, like protein powder, chocolate syrup, you know, strawberry juice, whatever, you know what I mean, to get them dirty. That pair was super dirty. We had a pair that we got from an Urban Explorer. There was a pair of Vomero 5s, and he spent like a month traversing these crazy abandoned areas and stuff, like through swamps in Florida and like just deserts and just, I mean, I don't know, they were visually, when you looked at them, you're like, yeah, that shoe is dirty. But then when you start cleaning it to get it back to like looking as clean as it possibly can, then it is just like disgustingly dirty shoe, to where it takes like 3-4 hours to get the shoe to look back to be as close to dead stock as possible. I did a pair of Bread 11s that the guys like encased in mud. So it's like they dug a hole. That was the one
I saw, yeah.
Yeah. And then they like put mud in and they put the shoe in. So the whole thing was just caked in mud. And then so like the way I shot it is like I took mud like on a thing and like splattered the mud up around it to take that picture of those ones. But like that even then isn't like, it's dirty, but like it's not like when somebody's wearing a real pair of shoes for a long time. Okay, no, actually, no, take that back. Blake Yarbrough, I don't know if you guys follow him or not. He's a sneaker YouTuber. He wore a pair of the Tom Sachs GPS in the studio colorway, which is the blue and the white colorway. And he's an airplane mechanic, and he wore them every single day for a year straight, every day, all day. And he just sent those to me, and we just cleaned them on camera. That pair was filthy dirty, like real filthy dirty.
Like real dirty.
Real dirty.
Like, yeah, that's the difference if you like mess up a shoe and like dirty it. Like, yeah, it's dirty. But when you get like worn in dirt from like repeated wear, like that's real dirty.
That's real dirt, yeah. I mean, those things were black when they showed up, and they're supposed to be white. You know what I mean? Like we got a pair of Travis Scott's used, and they were like festival worn. You know what I mean? So like, they were dirty. Like obviously they've been trampled around in like a festival environment, so like they had like dirt and grime on them. But like, and it's different for us, you know what I mean, because it's like I can look at almost any shoe and be like, it's not that, and we can clean it for sure, you know what I mean, where other people might not be so confident in the ability to clean it and bring it back. So like anymore, it's like finding those super worn beat pairs online, or like at sneaker cons that are like used and worn, that are really worn. Like we just picked up a pair of PSG 5 at sneaker con last week that are like, they're worn, you know what I mean? You can tell that they're worn, and it's going to be a good project to clean because it's real. It's organic. So like whenever we get pairs in, perfect example, and any of those who are listening that call us out on the internet saying that we do fake dirt. I've never seen fake dirt in my life, but so example, these are my Udos, right? I got these 2 weeks ago and I'm wearing them now. So like, you know, there's creases. They're not filthy dirty right now, but like hopefully in the next like month or so of wearing them, they will get dirty. But then again, it is the internet, and we are entertaining but also educating. So we have that kind of like, we live in that world space where you want the viral content because you're a production content company, you know what I mean? But then also you need to educate. So sometimes that's why we do get shoes purposefully dirty. And when we do, most of the time, like we say it, like we're not ashamed of it. You know, people call us out in the comments all the time, oh, you're using fake dirt. No, that's not even really dirty. And I'm like, I mean, the shoe is really dirty, yes. And I take and I smash dirt into these shoes sometimes because I'm like, it's not dirty enough. Like I will wear it to the playground with my kid. We go to the park. I wear it skating. I do all these things. But to get a shoe, really, it takes a year to bake in that real dirt and grime. You know what I mean? So yeah, I will take mud, and I'll take soda. We pour soda on shoes. We pour energy drinks on them. We pour chocolate syrup, you know, whatever you can find it to get them dirty and grimy to things that you would never expect. But I'd say probably the dirtiest pair had to be probably those GPSs. And then those Vomeros, because those Vomeros are just like that mesh and foam, and it just soaked up. Like he walked through like a swamp to get to this like abandoned prison from like the 70s. And they were just like, as you were cleaning them, like just brown water was just like coming out of that sock liner all around the back with that foam. And you're just like squeezing the tongue, and it's just like, yeah, super gross. We did this pair of Louis Vuittons last year, and you could tell like the guy just like ripping cigs all day, and like as you're cleaning them, it just like stunk so bad. Probably, but like a cool pair. Thinking of like cigs made me think of fire, but we actually did a really cool pair of this guy had a pair of ALD 550s, and his house caught on fire, and they rescued that pair. but they had really, really bad smoke damage. And we actually cleaned them and like brought them back, like got rid of the smell, deodorized them, cleaned up all the soot and stuff off of them. So like projects like that come across are like always super cool because like that pair meant something to him and he thought he lost it in the fire. You know what I mean? So like that pair, like you look at it and you're just like, it doesn't look dirty, but like it's got a sentimental value to him. And then for us to be able to bring them back prior to how they were before the fire, you know what I mean? So like there's that storytelling aspect to them there. So, but yeah, I'd say dirtiest pair had to be those GPSs. Videos on YouTube and my Instagram. Go watch it. Use YouTube Nick at checkout.
Yeah, maybe we need to do a Disneyland wear and test, spill some Dole Whips and what is the thing that John drinks? Regulators. Yeah.
It's funny because I used to always say like before working at Reshoevn8r, you know what I mean? I'd always see people at the parks wearing like all their hype kicks and stuff. I'd be like, bro, I would never. You kidding me? You know, crazy people are nowadays. I'm like, whatever. Yeah, sure. Bust them out. I don't care.
Dude, that's like our friend of the pod. His son has the lost and found ones. And last time he was at Disneyland, he's a kid, right? So he wears his kicks, like he plays on the playground. They looked cooked, but I was like, damn, they look so good because they look like that shoe looks like it should be
the way
worn.
They're supposed to be.
So, yeah, so I've been wearing mine more, and I wore them when I was in Walt Disney World this last time, and it like rained a few times, and so they did get a little bit jacked up, but in a good way. So like I threw them on today, and I was like, damn, these are looking better every time I wear them because they're getting a little more worn in. But yeah, I feel that I used to definitely be like the person who was like with a toothbrush, like as soon as I got home, like cleaning them. And now it depends on the shoes. Some shoes I'm still like that, but other ones I'm like, I want them to be a little bit more worn.
Yeah, I like the shoe to look like it's got a story to it. Not trashed, but I mean, you know, like I wore those rain clouds for the first time at SneakerCon last weekend, and I think I got stepped on 5,000 times. You know what I mean? And you're just like, dude. And also back in the day, like with the strollers, man.
Oh yeah.
Freaking eat your heels. I wore my Sacai. I used to wear my Sacai Vapor Waffles to the parks all the time. That was like my go-to park shoe. And the Vapor Waffle has that extra long heel on it. Dude, I swear, 100 times a day, people would step on the back of those heels at Disney, standing in line, and they'd be like, oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I didn't mean to. Oh, sorry. I'm like, well, I mean, I do have 2.5 extra inches of heel sticking out the back of the shoe, so.
Also, you're too close. Back it up.
Depends on if you ask a cast member, I mean, they want you to be as close as possible these days.
I need my personal space.
All right, Ruby, you got any more questions?
No, man, you asked all the good questions.
Damn.
I feel like I learned some
all
shit.
Right.
Rube's getting left out.
Well, Nick, thanks for joining us, man. Thank you again, everyone, for listening. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a review for us. Check out the YouTube. Join us in the Discord. We are Kicks of the Castle, and you can follow us on Instagram. Don't forget to tag us and use the hashtag Kicks of the Castle. My name is Matt. You'll find me on Instagram at the Disney Hype Beast or the Disney Hype Feast. You can find our homie John at Weekends with Walt. Nick, where can everyone follow you?
Instagram is __Nick__Wilson__ because I got to be extra with it. I know. Then TikTok is Nick Wilson Photo. You can find me and my kiddo on YouTube at Fun Times with Skylar and Nick. Find me also online anywhere at Reshoevn8r, RESHOENV8R, Reshoevn8r. I think I said that right. Maybe, I don't know. I'm pretty tired. RESHOEVN8R.
I'm so glad you said that because every time that I type it out now, I'm just like, damn, did I spell it right? Did I spell it wrong?
Yeah. I'm so used to like typing it, and then like I gotta tell people when I spell it. I always like in my brain, I get so far ahead. I'm like, make sure I say VN8R, and then I'll be like NV8R, and they're like NV8R. I'm like Invinator. I'm like, no, I said it backwards. Sorry.
All right, and Ruby, where can everyone find you?
Y'all can find me on Instagram at Rubes ROOBSS.
All right, and this was season 7, episode 7, Kicks of the Castle, and we are out.
Peace.
Let's take a ride. I'll show you how. I'll show you how. I'll show you how. I'll show you how. We're gonna make it happen.